was able to
What
get
happened?
her kid was able to get the test the day after he was coughing in his classroom.
All right.
It was like quick, so they're looking out for the kids, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, for everybody else, you're an adult. Figure it out. Really.
Yeah, man. Enough about that.
Enough about that. Yes.
Yeah.
So Solomon, did you hear about the Drake fiasco?
Wait. I didn't even introduce the
Wait,
show.
what?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
No, this is not my topic. This is some bullshit.
Oh, this is the top. I thought that was your topic.
No, this is just some bullshit.
Okay. This
I
is
mean, it can be if you
Brandon.
want it to be. I don't know if you
Bro,
want to
look
look
at
it
the
out.
title. It's down below. The title of the podcast is down below.
I thought that was his topic. We had discussed something about topics earlier, and I thought that was his topic. So
No, I got something else for that.
Apologies.
But yeah. But anyway, so I guess neither of you have heard about it. So I guess Drake was in this Instagram model's DMs.
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it? Yeah.
Oh, let me hear
Things pursued. She came over for the link. Drake just did what he does. And
that's foul, like as a guy.
And essentially, but Drake is smart, so he wears a condom. After they're done, Drake goes to the bathroom, disposes of that condom. However, the IG model then goes into the bathroom to try to grab the condom and get herself pregnant. Little does she know, Drake put hot sauce in the condom to kill off the sperm. So she was pouring hot sauce on her and she was burning like crazy.
And she told the story?
Huh? I mean, this is alleged. All this is alleged, by the way.
The reason why is because she wanted to sue Drake.
Yeah, she wanted to sue him for doing that, but like I don't see what grounds she would have to do that. But
I honestly
wanted to sue him. Yo, that nigga Drake, I can't believe he has hot sauce in his bathroom.
For this very occasion, he's smart.
That's the go-to.
This isn't the first time.
This might be how he has Adonis.
No, this isn't like the toiletry bag that he has in the bathroom. Yeah. Like he has like the little mini, like you know how like they have them at like the Chipotle's, the mini Tabascos. He just has one of those in a bag. Pop it in, tie it up.
He said, "Hey, bro, go to Popeyes for me and just order some French fries, but get as many hot sauces as you possibly can."
he got the different varieties. You got the Taco Bell hot sauce, the Del Taco, the Popeyes.
I got Tapatio, I got Tabasco, got Cholula, Louisiana. What you need?
Sriracha.
Sriracha, right? What you need, man?
But yeah, I just thought that was funny. I read that.
I honestly think it was like an attention grab. Like, because what is the case?
I don't even know, bro. That isn't
like what is the case?
And this is all alleged. This is just like, I mean, somebody could have just completely made this shit up. There's no evidence or grounds of this happening.
But did someone come out and say this happened to me?
Yes. All I'm seeing is the story. Like I'm not seeing it directly. The story
was this was said as part of a lawsuit.
That's crazy. That's so embarrassing.
I wouldn't even want to like.
It's real. I honestly.
I mean, but I feel like that's the like. I feel bad for a lot of these kids because they that's what they on right now. They on like I'd rather embarrass myself just to get attention.
Yeah, do some wild shit and like.
I'd rather embarrass myself to get attention. I mean, like I don't even say it's just kids. Like it's people our age too, but it's just like that's the culture that's coming up.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this girl wasn't a kid, like, but like
she's probably like our age for sure. But it's like
it's
like she's acting like a kid. You know what I'm saying? Acting like
I feel it.
It's weird. I don't know. Man.
Yeah.
Lessons learned, I guess.
I don't
know. What the fuck were we supposed to get from that?
Make hundreds of millions of dollars. Keep hot sauce in your bathroom.
Yeah, Tip. Keep hot sauce. Keep hot sauce in the duffel.
Yeah, because latex messes up the pipes, and you can't. They can't.
Jesus Christ.
That was another mistake that Drake made one day. Can't do that again.
I also feel like though, like water probably would have worked too, though.
Right? How do you kill? He's probably like, how do you kill sperm?
On Google, I'm like incognito mode. Like, how do you...
like if you're going through the trouble of doing that, like you could have literally just rinsed it out in the sink real quick.
Hey man, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Like you had to put hot sauce in there, really.
Bro. Honestly, I'm actually gonna do it. Hold up, I'm gonna.
You're gonna look to see if it's real or if it's just
how do you?
Yeah, natural remedies. At home.
I'm gonna say at home solution. At home.
Ed. Anyway, man. Yeah,
let's just continue, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, you can go ahead and you can start us off.
Like, a lot of scientific terms I don't want to really say.
You didn't have no like cleaning solution.
It wasn't even. It took me down.
Anything would work. That is not the point. That's what makes the story sound like bullshit. Is that anything would work to kill it? Anything, any bathroom product you have, you could have put your fucking hand soap in there, and it would have worked.
Just like, man, it's just like, was it really a pit stop at the kitchen on the way? Like, did you?
Maybe they were in the kitchen.
Maybe they were in the kitchen.
Like, Jesus, no. I want. Can we go to the next topic, please? I think I'm telling.
I ain't got shit on me, but my room is all the way over there. It's a big ass house. Fuck.
It's a big ass house. It's a long way.
So, like, if that's the case, she might have some grounds for like, why'd you put hot sauce in there? Like, could have been anything. Like,
yo, whoever you are, we are willing to provide legal support for you.
I've done this before, but usually it's just soap. All these other rappers just use soap. This is somebody, he was trying to get me.
He was being petty.
I heard about Drake.
This was cruel and unusual punishment.
I heard about Drake. He does stuff like this. He doesn't like women. He doesn't like. Oh my god! All right. In other news, this is the Mostly Bullshit podcast.
I'm Mike.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Solomon.
And this is the weekly get together with three college roommates where we talk about ridiculous shit that's going on in the world, and we just try to figure out what the hell's going on. And that's about it. But mostly we're just bullshitting.
Mostly bullshitting.
Mike, you start every week with our topic. What's your topic this week?
So a few days ago, a man received a genetically modified pig heart as a heart transfusion, and the surgery was successful so far. So it's been a couple of days. The man is alive. And so this is kind of like a huge medical breakthrough to the point where like people who are on the transplant list who are unable to get the transplant due to them being too sick or just too far down the list, they can potentially receive a heart from a similar enough organism or similar enough animal with our DNA to where they can modify it and then put it in a human.
Yeah, it had to be chimps or pigs.
Yeah, so like I'm assuming that's why like the pig heart is probably bigger than a chimp, so it probably fits better. But the man's doing all right, and
depends on the chimp.
Yeah, but like this doesn't stop it just like genetically modifying a pig heart. There's also medical studies where people are like actually, have you guys heard about like genetically growing like meat in a lab?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So like so like that's what
FDA
they can potentially. Yeah. So they can start potentially doing shit like that where they're literally growing organs from scratch and using it for the transplant list. So this is a huge medical breakthrough.
Awesome.
It probably not going to be implemented, large scale anytime like soon, but it's definitely a step forward, and I'm kind of excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, it's very interesting. What's also interesting, I heard that they're gonna stop calling food GMO. That
Just because
they're remarketing it as bioengineered.
Okay, that's
interesting.
That's a smart rebrand.
Yeah, it's just that's a marketing technique more than anything, right?
Yeah. And like I honestly like what I mean,
I think GMO became a polarizing term amongst some groups. I feel like it wasn't like too big amongst our demographic, but I feel like non-GMO like food was being also highlighted.
Yeah, it was like an excuse to like charge more for the food.
Yeah.
Which I guess I can see, like if you're trying to, like if you want to be entirely natural, like you don't trust the process of whatever they do to enhance the food that you're eating. I can definitely see why that food would be more expensive, just because it's genetically modified so that they can produce more of it or make it bigger, or
it should be less expensive because it's genetically modified. If you're
genetically modified food is the less expensive food.
Oh, right.
Like it's the natural shit that's like most expensive.
Yeah.
And I think it'll always be that way because as time goes on and as the population gets bigger, it's only going to take up more of the market share because it's going to be relied upon.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's as the population gets bigger or as people get greedier, but we'll see.
Yeah, it could be both. I mean,
people will become more and more wasteful, I think. More so consuming more. I don't know if people are consuming more, but maybe. I mean, obesity is a big problem, but
in America, but yeah,
right. Like other places, I don't know. I think it's
in other third world countries, it's getting there too because fast food kind of markets are getting introduced to there because that's like actually the first market that kind of gets introduced internationally to these places. It's not like good, healthy fast food places. It's KFC's. McDonald's that are getting introduced, and so like certain areas do have like
I don't know,
but also like
franchises are weird, but I don't know.
But yeah, also like fast food is different though in different places though.
Right,
like McDonald's is in the like in the Philippines or like Korea is completely different than the McDonald's you would picture here. Yeah,
they don't even serve the same shit.
Yeah, like they got like rice and shit, like which would
makes sense.
Yeah.
No, but it's crazy. I think like the advances of like where we're getting to is it's I think it's a really cool kind of concept. I think it's like what we're gonna have to rely upon like in years to come.
But like, oh, go ahead, Solomon. Sorry.
Go ahead. You got it.
No, I was just gonna say like because like I feel like in general like we've been very resistant to stem cell research. I'm not sure like where the controversy stems from with that, but I feel like it could be a similar controversy with growing organs, because I feel like it's related to stem cells in some way.
I honestly
isn't the best place to get stem cells from like embryos and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Yeah, I think that's where the controversy lies. But I think for the concept of like growing organs, I honestly don't think it'll be a controversial topic just due to the fact that there are like wait lists for like organs as it like relates to like organ donors. Like that's like relieving the organ donor like list if like we can have a way to provide.
But I mean, we've always had the potential to do this, like with stem cells. Maybe like they're not growing these organs with stem cells, but I feel like stem cell research had the potential to lead to that. However, people were very resistant to it, even though it could benefit.
And I think it's more of like the kind of marketing side of it in terms of how people see the research being developed. Like if people are saying like embryos will have to be used in terms of the research and that's all just going to be disposed of, it's like people think of that as wasted lives. You know what I'm saying? And so
right, it is.
That's kind of where the debate sparks.
Yeah. If you're it depends on where you're sourcing your like the stem cells from. So there's like bone marrow, there's fetuses, like aborted fetuses, and then there's also their the placenta. So people like sell their like umbilical cords and placenta to people because it's worth money. People use that shit.
I feel like that's like a okay thing though, to like you don't need it, otherwise it just get disposed of, right? Like afterwards.
Right. Are there either disposed of or the hospital's making money off of it?
Some people eat it, I think. I heard that.
That's
like,
what I heard of Madonna or something.
Yeah, that's like
that sounds like some YouTube rabbit hole shit.
Yeah, like adrenochrome. They're scaring the kids and then eating them.
Oh, that's right.
Monsters Inc. It's real. That's some, honestly though, no, for real though, that's some real shit. I ain't gonna cap. That's some real shit. There's a company in San Francisco that does that. Not in children, but they harvest it out of people over like between 18 and 22. You have to be 18 and 22 to give blood.
And they harvest what?
You have to be a certain age to give blood so that you have a certain amount of adrenaline, like what is it? The chemical in your brain, in your blood.
Okay.
The chemical in your blood, like hemoglobin, or what?
Not hemoglobin. I don't know what it is. It's not adrenaline. Maybe it is adrenaline.
I don't know. But
anyway,
you have
something in our blood.
Yeah,
that only young people have.
Only young people have. And there's a company in San Francisco that you can only be young to donate blood to this company.
How do we get there?
I'm just saying that's some real shit though.
Oh.
I'm just like there are some weird people that do shit like that. That do
that.
like.
There could be some undercover vampires, and we'd never know.
Vampirism is taking people's energy. But, I don't know. It's not even
Sorry. No, the cartoons told me it was blood. The cartoons told me it was blood. Sorry.
Yeah, the cartoons and shit. But like, and that's people like were really like just like when you're going to war with people, like the person that they based Dracula off of, he was really drinking people's blood. Like he was really like a savage. Like he was he was a savage, a sicko. So, like there's really like that shit actually happens. But like when we talk about like if vampires are real, I think that is real. Like taking people's energy is real.
I feel it. All right. Well, that's all I had on that one. Excited to see what happens in the future with growing meat in a lab and organs in labs. Hopefully it'll lead down a path where it becomes a lot more affordable as well, for everyone to get the treatment they need.
It won't. If it's in the U.S. medical system, it won't. But if it's internationally, it might. So.
Well, I'll maybe not say that.
Yeah, you can't say it. We agreed. You can't say it's like taboo. You can't say those 3 words. No. You agreed to say a couple 3 words that we're not allowed to say for the entire podcast.
Right. If you would like more information, accurate information. You're like real information. Don't listen to this guy. Click link. But all right, I'll go to my topic. I was gonna talk about the NBA. We got 2 I believe some of the best players. I would say personally top 10.
Top 10.
I would personally say they're both top 10 in the league. Came back last week. Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson. Who do you think is more impactful to their team. I saw this being brought up on First
Ooh.
Take last week. They didn't have Stephen A talking about it, so I was like, damn, it's not entertaining. So I just shut the shit off. You know what I'm saying? But I thought
Damn.
about it the whole time. I was like, I don't know.
Man,
I really
what
don't.
was the word you used? You said impactful.
Who is more impactful to their team, or which team is better now?
I mean,
I
the
don't
Warriors are better, but I'm actually
are they?
They are.
Because the way Steph playing right now, I don't know.
I mean, it's a 4
I
game
mean-
stretch.
I don't.
People love to be down on greatness when it's basketball is just highs and lows.
Steph's been trash, and Andrew Wiggins has been having a lot of trouble getting switched on the guards. Ja Morant cooked his ass yesterday.
Memphis always has a good time against the Warriors. That's not like new.
That was
That's
I know
not new.
these past 2 years they have since we've had Andrew Wiggins they've had a good time against the Warriors.
Since they've had Ja Morant, they've had a good time against the Warriors. That's the real impact. What I'm trying to tell you is we should not panic about the Warriors because they had a bad matchup. The Memphis Grizzlies are not a good matchup for the Golden State Warriors. That's just something we should kind of understand.
I don't know if it's that serious because I feel like we still would have won that game.
Serious.
I think we would have still won that last game if we had Draymond. I mean, they didn't have.
Yes, I think over the stretch, I think it's been very relevant how impactful Draymond has been.
Right. Draymond is super important.
But what I quickly want to say is, in regards to your question, I do still want to say the Warriors are a better team in my opinion, just because I've seen them play more. But I can see in regards, KD is still the best active player in the league right now. But I still think Kyrie brings a dynamic to that Brooklyn Nets team. That
like, what's the score right now?
What you mean?
They're playing the Bulls right now.
I'll look it up. But
53.
To get my take on it, Brandon, assuming Clay is going to be the exact same player that he's been, that we know him to be, I think that Klay Thompson is a bigger impact on the team, just because he does it on both ends. Lockdown defender, lights out shooter, who not only because he's a lights out shooter takes a lot of pressure off Steph, so it gives Steph the ability to shine more. I think that brings more to the Warriors team as a whole. While Kyrie, like, yes, he's an amazing player. I just don't. I've never been a fan of the 3 ball dominant players that play together and try to win games. I just think the Warriors, like Clay brings like a team dynamic, while Kyrie brings more of an individual I'm going to score dynamic.
And that's honestly the reason why I believe Kyrie has more of an impact than Clay, because Clay is going to fit within a system and Kyrie actually shifts the dynamic because they're going from 2 ball dominant to 3 ball dominant. And they like having 3 ball dominant players works because you rotate out. Like, it's for the most part, you obviously start with the 3. But the whole point is, through the coaching strategy throughout the entire game, the whole point is to keep 2 of those players on the court at all times. And so when you have that ability, like, it creates a level of security for the Nets, because I think like their team is not as well rounded as the Warriors is.
No, we have a better bench. Facts. But
yeah, that was just my point.
Yeah, 100% we have a better bench. But bro, like not only do they have like a big 3, but they have honestly the best offensive
three in the league.
Offensive backcourt. Yeah, and I don't know, like,
wait, what?
Yeah.
I mean, you're saying Kyrie and Harden are better offensive backcourt than Steph and Clay?
Yeah, for sure.
I think Steph and Clay are better, like complement each other better.
They complement each other better, but like that's fine. I'm just saying, like offensively, we're just talking pure offense. Like the thing with Steph and Clay is that Clay helps Steph out on defense.
Yeah.
But like Clay is capable of averaging the same amount of points as, I would say, as a
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. No. He's capable of doing it.
I don't think so.
Like if Clay was like if he was the star of the team, like he definitely would do it. Like,
because like Brandon, theoretically, can I ask you a question?
I think they're very similar, Kyrie and Clay.
No, but to ask, like, really to dead the question of like who's the best offensive backcourt in the league, in your opinion, in terms of like, if like I would say next year, in the hypothetical of next year, who is going to have like the most points per game combined backcourt? Stephen Clay or James Harden and Kyrie?
James Harden and Kyrie.
Really?
The reason, this is the thing with Harden is that he's a point guard.
He is. No, we know that. Yeah.
Steph's not a point guard. Clay's not a point guard.
That's fine.
He's not a point guard.
Thing is,
and Kyrie's not a point guard.
It's fine. We know who the point guards are for each team. Right. I'm just saying, it's Harden for the Nets. It's Draymond Green for the Warriors.
So you got Steph, Clay, and Dre versus Harden, KD, and Kyrie. You got Steph, Dre, and Clay over Harden, KD, and Kyrie in a 3-on-3?
No, but I have Steph and Clay in a 5-on-5 over Kyrie and James Harden in a 5-on-5.
The other two players don't matter. That's plug and play on either team.
I feel like the other players do matter though, because the Warriors, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to Brooklyn, but it matters to the Warriors.
On either team. So the problem with the Warriors is that at least Brooklyn has a guy like Patty Mills coming off their bench. Unfortunately, with the Warriors, we don't have a guy that can get a bucket outside of the offense.
Jordan Poole.
Hell no.
No?
Hell no.
Can't get a bucket.
Look at his numbers. Pull up his numbers.
He's fallen off in recent months.
He's fallen off in recent weeks. Ever since he lost his starting job, he's been in his feelings. But I don't even get into that. But all I'm saying is that Jordan Poole has not been able to show that he can handle creating offense for himself. He looks really good playing next to Steph on catch and shoots. He looks really good playing with Draymond on catch and shoots. You know what I'm saying? But he has no step back. He's really timid. Like he could get to the line however many times he wants, but he's really timid about getting hit. Mm-hmm. Same with Steph. Steph's really timid about getting hit. I mean, I get it. You're not that big. Everybody else is huge. It might hurt.
What about Wiggins though? Do you think Wiggins hasn't been playing his role offensively?
Wiggins has been hooping.
He's been hooping. Has he not?
I haven't really been mad at Wiggins other than it's hard for him to keep up with some smaller guards, but he has but he's lanky enough.
Yeah, he can get that chase down block is in the play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He is able to give a step just in case he loses it.
But if somebody just in case, but a lot of smaller guards, he's still not that fast enough. He's not like LeBron.
He's not. No, we know that.
With the IQ. Like even LeBron's not fast, but he knows when to like, okay, now it's time to retreat so I can get this block.
But do you see improvements?
In Wiggins' game, for sure. But he's not on a level where I'm like, okay, I trust him more than I trust Patty Mills coming off a bench.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
It's good. I think it's gonna be interesting.
I feel like I get the defense argument, but I don't think that matters when you're playing against Kyrie, KD, and James Harden. I don't think that even matters.
You just got to get in front of them.
But you said impact on the team though, like not them necessarily playing against each other. You just said coming back to the team impact.
Right.
Like,
and that's why I wanted to rephrase it to who's better, because I want to see. Because that's where it gets.
I mean, if you're talking who's better, then yeah, it's Kyrie.
Yeah, I don't even want to. Yeah, I begrudgingly say Kyrie as well.
Kyrie is better than Clay.
Just from an offensive standpoint, Kyrie he's like he has more offensive ability.
Look at overall gameplay, like in terms of like who I want on my team, I'm still picking Clay over Kyrie on a 5-on-5 every time.
Every time.
It's just like I think the way we look at better players is way more offensively biased than we kind of look at defense, because it's like if we actually factor defense into who's better, it shouldn't be comparable. That Clay is the overall better player, because he can guard your best player outside of like
and still put up 20 on the other end.
Yeah, like, efficiently, not touching the ball, just running off the ball, creating space just because he has the strap. And he is low post game. It's just his utility makes him like the overall, I guess, better utilized player. So he fits better into more team. Like he's only played on one team, but I think he can fit well onto like a plenty of teams. With Kyrie, it's just like his like raw ability is better. Like his talent is better, and it's like not even close. Like it's crazy. Like he brings, like Kyrie is what brings inspiration to children. You know what I'm saying? Like he has that type of ability and that type of talent, and so that's why I'll always say, like, you know, in my eyes, Kyrie is like the better player. But in terms of like 5-on-5 basketball, what are we, like, who are you really picking?
It depends on the team.
It does. It depends on the team.
I think it depends on the team.
I just feel like Clay fits to any team though. Like Solomon said, you can put Clay on any team, and that'll make that team better.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree that Clay is more versatile than Kyrie is. But we're not like, I don't even want to get into hypotheticals. I'm like, as they are, I think Kyrie makes the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm a Warriors fan, but I think Kyrie makes the Brooklyn Nets a lot better than what the Warriors are, what they're showing me right now. And that's really just based off of Steph playing like ass.
Yeah, he's playing like ass. Klay Thompson is coming back on a minutes restriction. We knew he was coming back on that 18 to 24. Right. He's still pissed off about it. He looks ready. He's been looking ready to go. It's just like the Warriors are always going to take a conservative route. This is straight strategy. Like we are meant to see him to have like one full month of peak performance before he goes into playoffs. Like that's the whole goal. They're playing it perfectly. For the player, it might not be as fun right now. For the team, it might not be as enjoyable right now because we're not like reaping the full fruits of Clay's just Clayness. You know what I'm saying? So I think it will be actually like a tough time to get like Clay back because Warriors will expect more from him more sooner than later, essentially. But I think it's just a process. I have faith in Steve Kerr. He makes some boneheaded plays. He makes like in terms of like the coaching rotation, like the place where I have issues with Kerr is his like rotations and lineups game time. Like
I don't have any problems with his plays. I have a problem with his lineup.
Yeah. Outside of that, like strict rotate, like man player rotation, Steve Kerr's a really good coach.
He really don't do that.
He's like a fantastic coach.
You're right, Solomon. He don't the lineup things that we be getting really mad at. He don't really do that in the playoffs, and he's doing that to save people.
And we can like that's why I have faith in Steve Kerr to kind of do what he does. You know, like play Chioza. You know what? It's fine. It's cool. I'm cool with that. Do your thing if you feel like it's what's needed. By all means, you know what I'm saying.
But then to me, and I get that. But then to me, as a fan, I'm like, well, shit. Like that means we're tricking off games.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it, but at least we're not like Kawhi and the LA Clippers with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, we're not.
Like
it's
like
not that far.
It's following a league trend. It's not.
Yeah,
and it's just like if we don't play by it, we're gonna get bit by it.
We're gonna get bit by it in the end, right?
Yep. We kind of have.
You're right. We have. We definitely have. Well, yeah. Told me once.
For sure. But yeah, it was a good topic. I appreciated that. Oh, what I do want to mention, just because I gotta highlight it. I'll put my money in the tip jar, for saying one of the bad words. but Kyrie has the opportunity to play in some home games.
Is this your topic?
No.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to do it as an add-on to your topic.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so let me actually pull up the source, but long story short, Kyrie will have the opportunity to play in Brooklyn in the near future. What it will come out to is if the Nets are willing to pay a certain fine for Kyrie to play. The first offense will be a warning, as in the NBA is telling the Brooklyn Nets, hey, Brooklyn, you shouldn't play an unvaccinated player in your home stadium. It will go up to $5,000 in fines per game, to the extent where the Nets would essentially have to pay a cumulative of $100,000 for Kyrie to play home games for the Nets, which drastically impacts like the Nets like outlook. But I kind of wanted to just ask y'all how y'all feel about.
I want to.
Yeah, pointed that out.
That's what I want to
know. No, what?
I want to know how Andrew Wiggins feels.
I don't know.
Oh, like so
I'm
you
not
think
as-
he could have
I'm
had
not
a
as good.
similar deal?
I'm not as good as Kyrie. That's what you got to think to his head.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
Like
really-
would the Warriors been willing to pay a similar fine
Nah, they would
Yeah.
for Andrew Wiggins to play?
Like, nah, they would have traded me. They would have traded me. I would have been out of here.
But yeah, I mean that to me that's a no-brainer for Brooklyn. Fuck it. Like, you know,
It's too easy.
Price of a ticket.
to get your guys to get yourself in a better playoff position. Like,
do you know how many Brooklyn Nets fans can pay that fine? Like, that's ridiculous.
They can start a GoFundMe.
They literally
Yeah.
finish shit
They
in.
can start a GoFundMe today.
How fast do you think that Brooklyn Nets GoFundMe would fill up?
Tomorrow.
How? No. I wouldn't. The thing is, I wouldn't give it a day. I would actually like if we put it out. Like, well, not we. If the Brooklyn Nets put out a GoFundMe, dog.
It'd be bots.
Russia would pay for that by 8/17. It's 8/16 right now.
Didn't they start the team? It was like Russian billionaire that like started the Nets.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He just go get the back door.
They were already plugged. Yeah, Russia's already plugged.
Okay. Wow.
Oh
Well,
my God, bro.
Michelle. Well, I'm actually for my topic. I'm gonna actually switch it over. I'm actually gonna keep it with sports. I thought this would be a good time to bring back football into our lives, just because, as you know, it's game time. We have officially reached the playoffs.
Where you gonna be at, Solomon? Where you gonna be at?
Dude, I'm actually gonna be at a. I actually don't want to say when I'm gonna be at next weekend, because just due to the times. But I'll tell you after.
Okay.
But basically, what's it called? We have reached the NFL playoffs. They are exactly. We'll be 14 teams deep. The best of the rest have stayed. The loser teams have gone home. And the lineups actually look pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie. What I do want to talk about real quick are two important games that played out that had playoff implications. The first being the Niners and the Rams game. Holy shit. It was a 17-0 game. At a certain point, the Saints were up by 3 scores against the Falcons.
Oh, okay, yeah.
At a certain point, it was looking bad. Niners fans were already talking about this being Jimmy Garoppolo's last game in a Niners jersey. Those conversations were brought out into the atmosphere. The writing was on the wall. It was over. But somehow, some way, the best receiver in the league, Deebo Samuel, turned up and showed out. Bro, oh my God. He's a receiver. A wide receiver ran for a touchdown and threw for a touchdown in the second half.
Damn.
Goes to OT, banger. Dog, they do what they do best. The Niners turned up. The Rams only had 7 points since halftime. It was a complete role reversal. the Niners will end up playing Dallas. Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday 1:30. Yeah. And the second game I wanted to bring up because it was hilarious as well was the Raiders Chargers game. Oh man,
hilarious.
Sunday night football brought some real emotion out of Chargers fans and Pittsburgh Steelers fans watching a worlds away. Just because
the Steelers game was lit. But
that Steelers game was crazy.
I'll let you finish.
But what I will say is for that Steelers game, not the Steelers game, I'm tripping. The Raiders game, it goes down to OT. The Raiders pull off a miraculous comeback as well. It was man. Bay Area guys were happy. I don't know what was going on that weekend or during that little era, but man, something turned up. But the most interesting turn of events occurred when the Raiders got the ball and were put in a position where they could have kneeled out the game, played it safe, and would have played the Kansas City Chiefs in the first round of the playoffs. But what did the Raiders do? They were like, nah, we'll fucking risk it. Because if we make it to the first round against the Chiefs, that's damn near an exit. So they drive down the field. Chargers defense. I mean, it's destiny at this point. All they're doing is just they're trying to be in the way, but there's higher powers at work. You know what I'm saying? They put it through. They get the dub. The Steelers go on to play the Chiefs. And I do kind of want to highlight a point where Ben Roethlisberger said yesterday, because this is likely his last game.
Oh, for sure.
That we're likely to lose by 20. He said this out loud.
He said that?
He said that. We're likely to lose by 20. I'm just trying to go out there and have a good game. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. I respect the attitude. For my bettors out there, that is my personal recommendation to bet on the Steelers to cover. Because if a man is going out with nothing to lose, he's going to show out. He might throw some picks, but he's going to show out.
Yeah, he might get hurt. But yeah, Ben Roethlisberger, he's solid.
Solid.
I don't know much about his personal life, but
we can't get into that. I'm not allowing us to get into that.
Yeah, as a football player, he's solid.
Yeah, legendary career. Like, been in the league since fucking long as I can remember, bro. Like,
no, I was watching that game. He literally put the team on his back.
Greg Jennings,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
On one leg.
That's dope. So I was gonna ask you guys, what's your take of the playoffs? What's your favorite game leading into it? And then who do you guys have coming out of the NFC and the AFC?
When you said the most hilarious game, Solomon, I thought you were about to talk about the Jags and Colts game.
Oh man. Hey, I'll let you talk about it if you want to, man. That was ridiculous.
Oh man, so the Colts, all they had to do was beat the worst team in the NFL and they were in the playoffs.
Like what?
Right? Nope.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like Jonathan Taylor got shut down. Like, is the Jaguars' run defense like that good?
Yeah, it was good. That good on Sunday.
Shouldn't have been like. Jonathan Taylor was the only running back on the Colts that game. Like, I don't see anybody else with like rushing yards.
Mike, if you haven't known, Jonathan Taylor should only be the only running back.
No, but like I had Nathaniel Hines in my league. Like, he would do solid every week. So like, you think he'd get a couple carries. Like,
it got to a point where Jonathan Taylor was the boy regardless. I mean, Naheem Hines might have had an injury or something.
But like, I'm just saying, like, usually, like, you know, you let your running back rest and then, like, you know, put in like his sub, like his backup for like a play or two. Like, he doesn't like literally have to take every snap.
This is a win or go home game, and you have the number one running back in the NFL. I'm not sure as a coach you want to transition him out with some backup running back on like transitional plays, Because
I mean, why change what's been working for you though all season? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, I can see. I can't.
Like he only had 77 yards. Like that's pretty shitty for him.
I'd recommend you to look at the rest of the season as to why the coaches trusted this boy to run.
No, I had Jonathan Taylor on my team. I know. But what I'm saying is I also had Nathaniel Hines, and I saw that they complemented each other well. Like, so like, why would you go away from that as a coach? Maybe Nathaniel Hines was hurt, but like,
I don't know. No idea. I don't know.
Oh wait, no, he had receiving yards. But he didn't get any carries.
This is how he got the ball. It might have been like a little shovel pass or something too.
Yeah. It was still a ridiculous game regardless for them to lose like that. I think it's gonna get swept under the rug in terms of embarrassing losses of all time. But like the Colts fans, I mean, Jesus Christ. We feel sorry for you. Mostly because no NFL team should operate like that.
I've seen teams lose to the worst team in the league, but not on the last game of the season.
With playoff implications. With playoff implications. It's just
never seen that.
It's just heartbreaking. Like the Niners losing to a team that was projected to beat them is like heartbreaking to an extent. But a game we're supposed to win by a lot of points and lose by that many points is like,
damn.
you lose, like if you're like a child growing up in Indianapolis, like that's like an event that could actually make you like stop being a fan of football. Or find it like this is like, or I can find another team. You know what I'm saying? Because if the Jags are beating us in a playoff implicated game, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm down. Like I'm down to stop supporting this team. Truly. But yeah, no. Let me bring it back to the playoff conversation for you guys. What playoff games are you look like? What is your favorite playoff game that you are excited for this upcoming week? Brandon, I'm going to ask you to pick another game outside of the Niners-Cowboys game, just for interesting matchups. And then who is your team coming out of the AFC and the NFC?
I'll say Cincinnati Raiders.
Cincinnati Raiders is going to be a great one. Why do you say that, though?
I fuck with the Raiders.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not really a football fan like that. I'm more of just like a fan. Like, this is my team, so I'm going to watch them.
Is that why you're a Cowboys fan? Because you're just like a fan of American football and the Americans team was the Cowboys kind of thing?
Kind of. Like, no, I mean, it made it easy to become a Cowboys fan because everybody else was a Cowboys fan, so I didn't feel like left out becoming a Cowboys fan. Like, I'll see somebody wearing Cowboy shit out here, and we're not in Dallas.
Yeah.
But, no, I became a Cowboys fan when Terrell Owens was on the team. I was a really big fan of Terrell.
That's a good era. That's a good era.
My mom was a Niners fan, but I was just a T.O. fan. And then when he went to the Eagles, I was a T.O.'s fan. And then he went to the Cowboys. I mean, I was just a T.O. fan.
For sure. That's what's up.
Every team he was on.
That's dope. And who you got coming out the AFC and the NFC? And be realistic with the NFC if you can. You know what I'm saying? If you can. If you can't, you don't have to.
I'm always afraid of the bad man. Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Whoa. You're afraid of Aaron Rodgers?
Brady needs weapons.
Bro, playoff Aaron Rodgers is low-key like a shell of himself. You know that, right?
Not against us.
Oh.
It's like I don't know.
I remember that game so well.
Wait.
Whoa, the Green Bay Cowboys game was a legendary game, Mike, if you don't remember. Whoa, that 28-28? Oh, disgusting.
Oh, okay.
Disgusting. Yeah. Oh, my God. We don't even want to. All you got to do is from that moment on, nasty shit happened. Very nasty. That Aaron Rodgers is a boy. I understand why Cowboys fans would be scared of Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
I mean, just him going into this season, like how he's been performing all season.
Absolutely. I'll say as a Niners fan really quickly, we're not worried about Aaron Rodgers. I feel like our team has had his number in the. I think we've only lost him once in the playoffs, but it's like three. The Niners are like 3-1 against Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, and it's been lit. But I think it's more fortune than it is.
I think you guys are gonna be a tough out in the first round game. I don't think either of our teams is that serious. To be honest with you.
So what are your picks then? Just let them know. What are your picks?
I think it's either Aaron Rodgers or Brady on some fluke shit.
Okay.
Cheating shit. And then in the AFC, Derrick Henry's coming back, right?
Derrick Henry is coming back.
Either the Titans or the Chiefs. I put two teams on either side. I'll say on NFC side, it's Aaron Rodgers, Brady, or us.
Man, you've picked, bro. You have now picked 5 teams.
No, Aaron Rodgers,
5 teams out of 14 to be in the finals.
No. I'll pick 2 on each side because I don't.
Okay, that's fine.
2 on each side.
I'll take that.
Don't include us because I'm just gonna be a homer about it, honestly, because we honestly suck. But yeah, Brady on some fluke shit. Probably Aaron Rodgers, and on the other side, Titans. If Derrick Henry is totally himself, or the Chiefs.
I'd agree with Brandon's take.
Oh, are you like all the way through?
Huh? Oh.
Like all the way.
Oh, you mean
like
I'm talking about
like your finals and your.
Yeah, I thought that's what he's talking about, the championship.
Who's in the Super Bowl?
So for my Super Bowl predictions, I'll say Packers, Chiefs.
Okay, Packers, Chiefs. I like it. And what's your most exciting game for you to watch this week, Mike?
This week, I mean, I'm really not big on football, but
yeah, true.
I'll just say I want to see how the Bucks are going to play with their receiver core diminished.
Bucks versus the Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Eagles trash.
Let's see what's up. All right. The Eagles are trash. It's not gonna be a fun game. But for me, I'll say that the game that I'm most looking forward to outside of the Niners Cowboys game, because that's gonna be lit, is the Rams Cardinals Monday night game. That's gonna be crazy to me. I think it's gonna be turned up. But in terms of who?
Rams.
I don't know about that. But what I'll say for the AFC, I think the AFC is gonna get fucked up. I think some bullshit's gonna happen, and I'm actually gonna pick the Bills or the Patriots.
I was like, he's gonna pick the Bills. Bro.
Bills or the Patriots to come out of the AFC, and then for the NFC, I got. I got Tampa Bay. Yeah, I got Tampa Bay. I just don't know how to bet against someone who does that, you know?
Just might as well go for the. He's already got the record.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Mike Evans is going to come back. I see, like, in this last week against the Jets, I seen this nigga hit, like, a dude who just popped on the team for 2 tugs. It was just, like, ridiculous.
That's fine, bro. Against the Jets, that's cool.
I understand, but Tom Brady will still find you if you are open, regardless of the jersey number. Gronk is going to be there. If it's Gronk and Mike Evans, and with Fournette like potentially coming back.
Oh, Fournette's coming back too?
He was on the IR. So I don't know what like the timeline is for him to come back.
Why didn't he? They got Le'Veon.
They run Ronald Jones though. They run Ronald Jones is the number 2.
Right, but they was using Fournette and Le'Veon to catch the ball. We're talking about receivers.
I think Le'Veon been left. I think he's on Baltimore.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be taking that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think I like Tampa Bay just because I'm not being creative. But yeah, I'm creative on the AFC side. I think the Patriots have shown really good defensive presence to like shut down teams. The one bad thing about those picks are that they're both playing each other for round 1, so I'm just picking the best out of the two. So let's see how they play.
He's still on. What's it called? The Bucks.
Oh, Le'Veon is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, for sure. I bet I'm tripping. Did he get traded to the Bucks?
No.
Was he on the Ravens early in the season, or am I tripping?
He was on the Ravens last year, I think.
Oh, okay. Might have been tripping.
No, he was on the Ravens earlier this season. Right. Last year, but yeah.
For sure. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I have it at. I think it's gonna be a cool. What's it called? Playoffs this year. I think I like the structure with like the bye week for like only the 1 seed and not just like the 1 and the 2 seed. We get 3 games wild card weekend, so on each side. So I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be a lit playoffs. I think the games will definitely be entertaining, and I don't think Brady's gonna be in the Super Bowl again. At least not this season.
I hope not. I honestly hope the Niners knock them off. I would have picked the Niners in the Super Bowl because I think as long as we have our running backs there, Jimmy's gonna throw picks. I honestly that is given. Like
picks against Trayvon, against our defense. I don't know, bro. Our
defense
scored, bro.
What the craziest thing about Jimmy is the reason why he's a good 3rd down quarterback is because he likes to fit footballs into like tight spaces, like on the slants when like corners are like tight on the receivers. He throws that ball every time. So sometimes it looks good and sometimes it looks bad. You know what I'm saying? He throws risky throws even though he's not as accurate as other quarterbacks. That's what makes him average. You know what I'm saying? But if our defense holds up, and I think they will, because y'all got some funky shit going on with Zeke and Pollard. It's beautiful. I don't know what it is in terms of.
I think Pollard's better.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got Cowboys fans thinking Pollard is better than Ezekiel Elliott, and so as a Niners fan, that's just music to my ears. So I can't wait for you guys to figure that out during the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit's lit.
Sat the last game.
Huh?
So, I said Pollard sat the last game.
Great. Wonderful. Get those legs rested, bro. Run all you can, bro. Keep Zeke on the bench.
Yeah.
Keep like you know what they're running. You know how I see him running as. You know how they run Chase Edmonds and James Conner with Arizona. That's kind of how I see them like running Zeke and Pollard. Pollard and Chase Edmonds are like between the 20 to 20 backs, and then Zeke is supposed to be running red zone. Supposed to. That's how I see it, but you know,
that's not how it goes. That's the traditional way of thinking about it, but that's not how it goes.
How does it go, Brandon? Tell me how is the way that the Dallas Cowboys beat the 49ers?
How do we beat y'all? Honestly, I believe in our defense wholeheartedly. Mike Parsons.
But do you have belief in your offense to create points? They should. See, I know I have a couple players that I need to be playing and I know are scoring points. Deebo Samuel is one of them.
A lot of points.
Deebo Samuel is one of them. George Kittle is one of them, and Elijah Mitchell is one of them. All 3 of those players will be playing. And when all 3 of those players play, damn, I look German as fuck on that 3 up. That's ridiculous. But it's gonna be bad. It's like Jimmy Garoppolo is not necessarily a must in that big 3 for Dallas. Even if all your big players are there, I don't necessarily see y'all putting up crazy numbers against good defenses in my eyes. But we'll see. I'm gonna bet the rain on the Niners. Y'all will see me on the other side.
We haven't put up crazy numbers against good defenses.
Which ones?
I said we haven't. You're right.
Oh, okay, cool.
You're totally right. You're totally right. So we'll see. I mean, we still have a decent record.
No, you do, but it's just thank God that you guys are in the NFC East, right? The football team, the Giants and the Eagles. You know who we were.
Eagles are in the playoffs. Eagles are in the playoffs.
What did you just say when Mike brought up that he was interested in watching the Bucks game? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to rewind it for the viewers. You can rewind the timestamp, whatever. But if you heard it, we heard it. If you didn't, we did it. You know what I'm saying?
No, Eagles are trash. But, I don't know. Like, I feel like you're gassing the Niners, honestly.
I'm not gassing the Niners. I just think the Niners are better prepared to be here.
Oh, they should be.
That's all. That's why I feel more confident. It's like all it is like all playoffs is preparation. I think we just had better preparation based off the games and matchups we had. That's it. That's why I'm more confident going into this week. Where we could be away. We can be away. I'm actually like Jimmy can throw 2 picks. These are things that are expected within our offense. But I know Debo's putting up 100 yards. I know Elijah Mitchell's going for 80 yards at least. I know George Kittle's going to put up 50. At least, you know what I'm saying? Ayuk is going to be in the mix.
That's what I'm saying. I think you're underestimating our defense.
And I might be.
And I think
your defense, can I explain what your defense is, Brandon? Your defense gives up a fuck ton of yards, but they make the most spectacular plays on any NFL defense. Like in terms of like big plays on defense, Dallas is number 1 of those teams. So if we fuck up in terms of those Jimmy picks that we're expecting, if one of those goes back to the house, that's game impacting plays. Momentum plays can happen. And honestly, we can see that happen. I can see Lawrence punch a ball out of one of our backup running backs. Not Elijah Mitchell, though. But one of our backup running backs. You know what I'm saying?
He can punch the ball out from Debo.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'm not sure if Debo is built like that. But we can see what happens. Michael Parsons is going to get to Jimmy a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Fumbles might happen. It's going to be an interesting game to see.
I feel like as long as Dak can convert third down, we'll be all right.
Which means as long as is Amari? Can I ask you a question? Because I think we should probably cut this because this is now just us talking. But Amari Cooper is supposed to be the third down guy, right? Has he been running those routes? And has been Dak trying to find him, or what do you guys do on third downs? Because from what I understand, Amari Cooper is a route runner. You usually throw it to your route runners on third downs.
Yeah, multiple route runners.
No. You guys have multiple wide receivers. In terms of footwork, Amari Cooper is considered like top 5 in route running in the NFL.
I guess, but CD is pretty nice.
No, he is. I'm talking like.
So I don't know what they're thinking, but I know that they give CD a lot of opportunities based on his skill level already.
Gotcha.
So I don't know how they compare Amari Cooper and CD Lamb, but
I was actually just mostly talking about what do you guys do on third down as like an offense for Dallas.
We give it to Gallup, but he's hurt.
On third downs?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Gallup is our most reliable receiver, but he's hurt right now. Oh, he's gonna be hurt. He's hurt for the rest.
Gallup is our most reliable receiver. For some reason, I don't believe that.
That's the truth.
Really?
When he's playing, yeah.
Damn.
He's been hurt most of the season. He came back for a little bit.
I can't lie. That's just making me feel even more confident.
It should, but I don't think your offense is really that crazy, or I don't think your team is really that like you have experience, but I don't know if the talent is the same as ours.
All I'll say is George Kittle was out for the entire first half of the season. Elijah Mitchell was out for essentially half of the season sporadically. We ran with backups. Ayuk was running with Debo, and that was it. That was like the whole backup tight ends, use check being used as a receiver.
Have tight end too. I said we don't really even have a legit.
Oh, Schultz. I mean, Schultz has provided some shit pretty good, but yeah. Regardless, fuck it. Let's cut it. This was dope. We'll talk about this. We'll bring this up as the next topic, like the very first part of the beginning portion of next week.
For sure.
Oh man, it's going to be great conversation.
We might have to do this on Monday.
I'd be open to it.
I'm with it.
For sure. All right, y'all. It's good chopping it up with y'all.
Yep.
We'll get to it next week.
Yep. Peace.